Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mic Drop Monday with Elisa, LaShell, the Empowerment Specialist. I'm so excited to see you guys on tonight. So you guys come on and join me live as we get started with another segment of Mic Drop Monday. I am excited about what we are going to be dealing with tonight. So what I'm going to do is give all of you guys a moment to come on live and join me. I'm going to make sure that I am sharing and getting you all on here with me as well. Let's see. Let me make sure. All right, there we are. Mic Drop Monday with Elisa, LaShell, the Empowerment Specialist, and I'm so excited. I was waiting for it to kind of catch up with me, but we are on, and I'm going to start inviting some people and putting this on a couple of pages real quick to give you guys an opportunity to join me. You guys know every Monday is off the chain, but we're really going to deal with something really important tonight, which is the fear factor. So I am going to give you guys a second to join me as you come on. Make sure you speak. Tell me hello if you're watching for the first time. Make sure that you tell me that as well. So everybody start hitting that share button. You do not know who in the world you're going to impact that needs to hear this message. Carlencia, welcome back. Hey, Laverne, thanks so much for watching. So I'm going to let everybody else know to join us live. Kawambi D, my friend, is in the house. Thank you so much, love, for joining. I hope you guys have been having an amazing Monday. Valencia, welcome. Thank you so much for joining and sharing as always. Tina, thank you so much for your support, for always coming on and sharing. I really appreciate you guys that are so faithful to watching, to joining, to sharing with other people. I miss you guys when you're not available to watch, and I'm grateful when I see you guys on the replay. Hey, Lisa, my classmate, thank you so much for supporting. Hey, Denise. So I want to make sure that I tell you guys thank you. I really, really, really appreciate you guys that are always joining me and having an amazing time. Jessica's watching for the first time. Welcome to Mic Drop Monday. Arzella's in the house again. I appreciate you. So I always get too excited and forget to share. Hey, Shay, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. So I'm going to tell some people, put this on a couple of pages and let them know to join us live. I'm having an amazing Monday doing what I do. Sandra is in the house as always. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for always getting Moultrie on. Let's see who else we have. Marcia, thank you so much. Good evening. Thank you and welcome to Mic Drop Monday. Wanda Pate is in the house. Hello and welcome. So many of you guys are coming on and I'm excited. Prophetess Gervin, congratulations and welcome. Thank you so much for being on tonight. I am appreciative. Linda Lee is back in the house. She's been missing a few weeks, but I'm appreciative that you're back in. And so I'm going to share this with one more page. You guys hit that share button as well. Patricia's watching from South Africa. So we know she's going to share and put South Africa is in the house. Look like St. Lucia is in the house as well. Deborah, hello and welcome. Thank you so much. Prima Donna is in the house. Thank you so much and welcome. So we got a couple of countries that are checking in with us. Miyaka, hello and welcome. Alicia, thank you so much for watching. So listen, y'all, I am getting excited because you guys are coming on. Hey, Renee. Again, if you're watching for the first time, I want to say hello and welcome to you. And thank you, Tiana, for watching. I really, really, really appreciate you guys for coming on and joining me. I believe tonight we're dealing with the fear factor. And I did a poll. Angela, welcome and happy birthday. Thank you so much for watching. Camille, hey dear, thank you for being in the house. I appreciate you guys that are watching, that are sharing. North Carolina's in the house. Thank you so much. I appreciate it when you guys share my post. I appreciate when you guys come on live with me, when you guys share, when you tag your friends. It means a lot. Alexis is in the house and I appreciate you for watching. So I'm going to share this with one more page and let them know to join us live. Hope you guys are doing the same. Andrea is in the house. Hello and welcome. This is going to be an exciting night because I did a poll on my page earlier this week. And I was asking the question, I posed the question, if you could name one thing. My cousin Carmelo is in the house. Hey, sir, if you could name one thing that you felt like was keeping you from walking into your purpose, that kept you from really walking into the fullness of your potential, what is it? Kathy's in the house. My cousin Will is in the house from Florida. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And so what I kept getting, thank you, Andrea, was an astounding amount of people that said that it had something to do with fear, that it always had something to do with fear of the unknown, fear of rejection, fear of failing, a fear of messing up, fear of embarrassing. There were so many reasons that I asked when I polled the question. Thank you so much. There were so many answers when I polled everybody to ask them, what is it that's keeping you from really getting out there and being great? Tori Taylor's in the house. Thank you so much. And thank you for always sharing and inviting your friends. Betty Harvey, thank you so much for watching. And again, when I put this poll up, I knew that there would be a whole bunch of different answers. Procrastination, and I'm going to be hitting on that later this month, why procrastination won't let us be great. I call procrastination the kryptonite to progress, because procrastination, it won't let us be great. But so many people's answers about why they weren't shifting into their purpose, about why they weren't walking in the fullness of their potential, had to do with fear. Fear. And so tonight, I did this segment or close to this segment about a year ago. So it's really been a while. And so I kind of revamped it a little bit. But tonight, we're dealing with the fear factor, that thing that keeps us from being great. And when I tell y'all I have some mics to drop tonight, so that's why I need everybody that's on. If you're watching for the first time, welcome to Mic Drop Monday. And it's an opportunity where we put some things on the floor and we face some real issues. It's real, it's raw, it's relevant. And I have a saying that you can't fix what you won't face. And so a lot of issues that we have, we keep having them and they keep showing up in our lives because we won't face them. That's why they're not fixed. Hey, Brittany. And so as I come in with this help, hope, and healing, which is about, this is what Mic Drop Monday is about, help, hope, and healing. I bring these issues to the table, break them down so that we can see why we do what we do, and why these issues keep recurring in our lives, why they're causing us not to walk into the fullness of our potential, and why it's causing us to not be who we were called to be. And so I am Elisa, LaShell, the empowerment specialist. I am here every single Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And so I'm so grateful for all of you all that are always watching. So many of you all are coming on and sharing. Thank you. Continue to share. Hey, Nina, for those of you guys that are watching the replay and you didn't get to watch it live, I'm so appreciative that you came on to watch as well. So thank you so much for watching. You also hit that share button, because I promise you there's somebody else that won't be great because fear is keeping them from being great. And so we're dealing tonight with the fear factor. And we can act big and bold all we want to, but there are a lot of us that could be further along than we are. There are a lot of us that could really be out there slaying the game, killing it. There are a lot of us that could be further out there. Fear stifles us. Fear stagnates us. Fear keeps us still. And then we look around and we wonder why our life is just, it's just a bundle of inertia. There's motion, but no movement. Yeah, we're doing things, but we're not progressing to anywhere. And so tonight, we're dealing with one of the biggest things. As I did my poll, I was trying to pull it up, and I did my poll, and I just put it out there. I just wanted to know, hey guys, what's stopping us? And thank you, Wanda. I will be doing another segment on depression. So thank you so much for putting that out there. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I may even do a bonus one earlier this week if I can. So thank you so much for bringing that up. I did do one on the depression dilemma. And so I'll also share with you a link to YouTube, because I did the depression dilemma and I believe I uploaded that. And that's another thing. If you guys have missed some of my segments, they are all on YouTube. Please go over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. You'll get alerts for when I post a new video. And pretty soon I'm going to start going live on YouTube as well. So make sure that you guys have followed me on YouTube and subscribed to my channel. Now listen, one more time as you guys are coming on, hit the share button, get everybody on here. So yeah, I put it up. I said, what is something that you feel is keeping you from operating fully in your purpose or at your fullest potential? And can I tell you, people were commenting, and one of the biggest reasons had to do with fear. Robin, we will definitely be praying for you and your family. As you guys have experienced loss, we'll be praying, and I'm praying for you guys to be comforted and for strength for all of you guys. So we will be touching and agreeing. And so many of us are in a place where we're not progressing. We're doing okay. We're making it. But guess what? we're not fully embracing what we're supposed to do. Fear. And so let me tell you something. I started dropping the mic, and you guys keep sharing. Listen, I need some more people on here. So I need everybody to start sharing. Don't just get this for yourself. Start sharing, start tagging your friends, get them on here, because this is one of those things, when I hit topics like the fear factor, everybody will respond and say, well, it's fear that keeps me from being great. It's fear that won't allow me to walk in my purpose. It's fear. And then when I say, well, come on, we're going to deal with fear. We're going to hit it. We're going to get right in his face. Then fear keeps them from being on here, because you know what? When I face an issue, now I'm responsible, and now I have to be accountable for doing something about it. Yeah. So everybody, when I put the poll up, 80% of everybody on the poll said some level of fear is keeping me from walking into my purpose. Some level of fear is keeping me from operating at my optimal level. Some level of fear is keeping me stagnant and still, and the same fear. And so we're dealing with that. As you guys come on, again, make sure that you're sharing. A lot of people, this is one of those topics that they don't want to hit right in the front of them, because fear, scary, can't even get on the broadcast because they know I'm going to say something that's going to push them into their purpose. But listen, fear sometimes acts as a propeller. It moves us into a place where we have not been able to walk into it. And so we're really going to deal with that. And I'm really going to drop some mics about fear and how to overcome the spirit of fear and how to operate even in spite of fear. And so there's a distinct difference, and we're going to deal with that on tonight. Again, as you guys come on, make sure you're saying hello. Make sure you're hitting that share button. So in my introduction to dealing with the fear factor on my page, I said that fear was the destroyer of destiny. Did you know that fear can operate in a place of destruction and destroy our destiny? I said that fear is the killer of confidence, our ability to stand in our authenticity, to show up as the person we were meant to be. Fear will allow us to masquerade behind something else, but fear will make us operate as somebody else that other people are comfortable with. Fear will make us turn down the lights on the inside of us. Fear will make us be passive about our gifts and about what we're really confident in doing. And so fear is the destroyer of destiny. It's the killer of confidence. It will kill our confidence. It will make us feel like we are inadequate. Shamika Dean, the purpose and prosperity coach, is on here. Thank you so much, my friend, for being on. So fear will kill our confidence. It's the confidence killer. Fear is the procrastination of purpose. The procrastinator of purpose. Fear will make you procrastinate on your purpose. You'll be saying, well, I want to operate in my purpose, but fear is the procrastinator of purpose. And worst of all, fear is the sabotager of success. Oh yeah. Why aren't we successful? Fear. Hey, Sonia, so many of you guys, thank you all for coming on. Listen, make sure that you guys get on here because we're dealing with the fear factor tonight. I said that fear in my post that I put up earlier is the destroyer of destiny. It's the killer of confidence. It's the procrastinator of purpose, and it is the sabotager of success. Fear. We're dealing with the fear factor tonight. Now, everybody, you guys, most of you all are already, y'all know about Mic Drop Monday. And when we get on Mic Drop Monday, 3 things that we do. If you hear me start dropping that mic, you know to put that microphone emoji in the comments. Let me know that I am dropping the mic on some of the things that I am saying. Hello, Sonia. And so make sure you, or just type in the words mic drop. If I hit a point and you say, wow, that was big, put a mic drop up there. Secondly, if I say something and you know, my goddaughter LaQuata is in the house. Hey, hon. And if you know that I'm saying something and it resonates with you, if I'm saying something and you say, oh my goodness, that is me. Thank you for sharing, Sonia. Make sure you type in 3 words. I see me. Go ahead and put yourself out there and say, listen, let me just tell the truth and shame the devil. I see me. You are talking about me. I do that. I've been with doing that kind of thing. That kind of thing has showed up in my life. So tell on yourself. And it gives us accountability. It lets other people know, you know what, I'm not the only person that deals with that. Somebody else is in there. And last but not least, if you hear me throw out some mic drops, you feel free to type them into the comments, because it helps, like, as a way of affirmation. We can read them. We can rehearse them to ourselves. We can say, wait a minute, I need to type that in the comments, because that's one of the things that I want to remember. That's helping me. So drop that microphone emoji. Let me know if you see yourself. I see me. And then last but not least, if I drop a mic and say something that resonates with you, type it in the comments, just as a way of affirmation and a way that we can interact with each other. All right, guys, so I'm ready. I hope you guys are hitting that share button. Listen, this is who it is for. If you're watching live, if you're watching the replay, if you're watching this after I upload it to YouTube, then I am excited about you. One more time, I'm Elisa, LaShell, the Empowerment Specialist. Mic Drop Monday is a place for help, for hope, and for healing. I always say this. I said, listen, Prima Donna said, let her use all the microphones. And Mayor Rufus Davis is in the house. Bless you so much. I appreciate you for coming in. Hello and welcome, Monique. Thank you so much for dropping in. I always say this: there is no condemnation, just liberation. A lot of times we deal with people and they make us feel so bad about the things that we have not gotten to the place where we've grown past them or matured past them. But Mic Drop Monday is about no condemnation. It's about liberation. It's about getting free. It's about equipping ourselves with the tools that we need to get to that next level. So listen, Mic Drop Monday, no condemnation, just liberation. It's time to get free and walk in our divine purpose. And so we're dealing with something that everybody isn't quick to talk about: the fear factor. I said just a second ago that fear is the destroyer of destiny. It's the killer of confidence. It's the procrastinator of purpose, and it is the sabotager of success. Fear will keep us stuck, will keep us stagnant, will keep us still. And we won't operate in our greatness. We won't allow the oil to flow out of our lives. We won't allow ourselves to pursue our prosperity, our peace, our platform, our purpose. It keeps us stagnant. Fear, it can immobilize us and keep us in a place where we'll want to grow and refuse to grow. Fear of the unknown, fear of what's out there, fear of what we don't know, fear of what we're not sure of, fear of the people. Oh yeah, we're always fearing the people. What will the people say? What will they do? What if they don't? Fear. And so tonight we're dealing with the fear factor. Yeah, there used to be a show on TV about the fear factor. And that show was all about getting a bunch of people who had admitted that there were certain things that they were afraid of and saying, the only way that you can win this contest is that you've got to face your fears. They're saying, listen, basically, you can't fix what you won't face. You want to get past that? Then I need you to get in front of it. Woo, that was a mic drop already. You can't get past it without getting in front of it. If you're driving down the highway and you're trying to get to your destination and somebody in front of you is going slow, how in the world can you get past them unless you get in front of them? You've got to say, you know what? I can't get past it if I can't get in front of it. That's a mic drop. And so fear keeps us stagnant, keeps us still, keeps us the same because we won't get in front of it. But you can't get past it if you don't get in front of it. And so tonight we're facing the destroyer of destiny. We're facing the killer of confidence. We're facing the procrastinator of purpose. We're facing the sabotager of success. Because, hey Janae, thank you so much for watching. Because you can't get past it if you don't get in front of it. Now, I dropped a mic earlier in my post right before, about an hour before Mic Drop Monday. And it is very powerful. And I'm going to be dropping the mic. So I hope y'all got y'all typing fingers ready. That's right. You can't get past it if you won't get in front of it. And so we don't want to get in front of it, but you can't fix what you won't face. That's right, Amber. You got to. I want to get past that. We'll stop being behind it. I want to get past that. We'll stop letting it run away from you. I want to get past it. We'll stop hiding from it. You can't get past it unless you get in front of it. And so tonight, we're getting in front of the fear. We're getting in front of the fear factor so we can figure out, why is it doing what it's doing to our lives? Why are we giving it so much of our time, so much of our talent? What is that? So earlier, about an hour ago, I did a post, and I think it was such a powerful revelation. And I really want to open by addressing this post that I put up. And here's what I said, and it's a powerful mic drop. The emotion of fear is an assistant, but the spirit of fear is an assassin. Did you hear what I said? The emotion of fear is an assistant, but the spirit of fear is an assassin. I hope y'all are sharing. I better tell this one more time for the people in the back. The emotion of fear is an assistant, but the spirit of fear is an assassin. I need to say it again because somebody needs to type that up, because you need to remember that, and I need you to rehearse that in your life. The emotion of fear is an assistant, but the spirit of fear is an assassin. Did you hear what I said? And now let me explain that, because oftentimes when we get caught up in the fear factor, it is because we're not able to rightly define what's right and what's wrong. We're not able to rightly define what it is. Are we operating in fear, the emotion, or fear, the spirit? Because the word of God says that he didn't give us the spirit of fear. So that's an assassin. The spirit of fear came to kill you. But can I tell you, the emotion of fear came to help you? Woo, I'm dropping the mic already. The spirit of fear comes to kill you, but the emotion of fear comes to help you. I better say that again for the people. Are y'all sharing? Because y'all need to get your people on tonight. I said that the spirit of fear comes to kill you, but the emotion of fear comes to help you. Let me tell you what I mean by that. So the emotion of fear, and that's one of the things that I'm teaching on tonight. The emotion of fear is very, very healthy. The emotion of fear is natural. It comes along to teach us and to tell us, listen, there is something dangerous. There is something down the road that might be suspicious. There is something in front of you that you need to be cautious of. Right? That's the emotion of fear. The emotion of fear is an assistant. It's like your personal assistant. The emotion of fear tells you, that thing has teeth, so it could bite. So you need to be careful if you're going to handle that. The emotion of fear tells you, wait a minute now, if you jump, you do understand that you don't have anything to catch you. The emotion of fear says, so listen, I'm not telling you not to jump. I'm just telling you that this is a height. So you better kind of gird yourself and figure out what it is you're doing. The emotion of fear is an assistant. Right? The emotion of fear says, when I sense danger, I am going to do something to help you get out of the situation. The emotion of fear says, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tighten up your muscles. I'm going to let your heart beat fast. I'm going to dilate your pupils. I'm going to let your heart, everything's going to come alive, because you might need to run away. You might need to escape. You might need to get to a safe place. I'm dropping the mic already. So the emotion of fear is an assistant. The emotion of fear came to help you and assist you to get out of a situation that's no good for you, to get out of a situation that's harmful for you, to get out of a situation where there is danger. Thank you guys for tagging your friends. Listen, get your people on, because I'm off the chain tonight. The emotion of fear is an assistant. The emotion of fear tells you that's dangerous. Don't go in there, because the emotion of fear says, what I'm going to do right now is heighten your sensitivity. I'm going to enhance what you already have so that you're able to smell something. Wait a minute. I think I smell smoke. So the emotion of fear says, hey, be careful, because there could be fire behind that door. The emotion of fear is an alarm system. And so my mic drop is, the emotion of fear is an assistant. It is very normal and it is helpful to you. The emotion of fear says, hey, listen, there are some things that you need to understand can kill you, can hurt you. So the emotion of fear puts you in check and says, wait a minute, you don't need to be that bold rolling out there. The emotion of fear is an assistant. The emotion of fear says, whoa, wait a minute, something is coming after you. So I'm going to tighten up your muscles. I'm going to allow your heart to beat fast. I'm going to allow these things. Your eyes are going to dilate. I'm going to give you some extra adrenaline because you need some help getting out of that situation. I'm dropping the mic already. And so the emotion of fear is an assistant. But what happens is we don't understand that the spirit of fear is an assassin. Oh my goodness, the spirit of fear comes to kill you when the emotion of fear comes to help you. And so the spirit of fear, and we know from the word of God that God did not give us the spirit of fear. And so the spirit of fear is an assassin. The spirit of fear says, I need to destroy your destiny. The spirit of fear says, no, I need to kill your confidence. The spirit of fear says, I need to make you procrastinate on your purpose. The spirit of fear says, I need to sabotage your success. The spirit of fear is an assassin, but the emotion of fear is an assistant. So you need to figure out, am I dealing with an assassin or an assistant? I'm going to drop the mic on myself. Am I dealing with an assassin or an assistant? And can I tell you, that's the way that you can even discern the things that are around you. And is this situation making me feel the emotion of fear? Is it checking me to make sure that I have all of my things correctly? Or is it making me feel like my life is in danger? So the emotion of fear is an assistant. The spirit of fear is an assassin. The spirit of fear comes with its buddies. The spirit of fear comes. Listen, when you deal with the spirit of fear, which is an assassin, it's coming to kill you. It's coming to stunt your growth. It's coming because it does not want you to walk in your purpose. And so the spirit of fear tells you that you don't have what it takes. The spirit of fear tells you that nobody wants to hear you. The spirit of fear tells you that you are inadequate. The spirit of fear tells you that you can't make it. The spirit of fear is an assassin when the emotion of fear is an assistant. I got to keep saying that until somebody hears that. And so you have to ask yourself, did it come to kill or did it come to help? Did it come to assassin or did it come to assist? Some of us need to look at the people that we have up on us. Did you come to assassinate or did you come to assist? Because there must be a discerning about this thing. And so, again, thank you, Deetra. I appreciate you for watching. The emotion of fear is a trigger for us. It allows us to understand that there is danger in our lives, things that are dangerous to us, people that are dangerous for us, situations that we're dangerous if we get in. LaShonda Gary, thank you so much, woman of God, for joining. And so we have to look around and say, wait a minute, the emotion of fear is telling me I might have to fight or flight. The emotion of fear is telling me to guard myself because there might be a time where I got to put on the whole armor or use my armor. The emotion of fear lets me know that I got to stay strapped up. The emotion of fear just lets me know that potentially could be danger. But the spirit of fear is an assassin. That's why the word of God says, wait a minute, I didn't give you the spirit of fear. The spirit of fear tells us, again, that you're inadequate. The spirit of fear tells you that nobody wants to hear you. The spirit of fear tells you that you don't have what it takes. The spirit of fear tells you that you can't make it and that you won't be successful. The spirit of fear will make you think a situation is dangerous when it's really harmless. Some of us could be making better connections and making better choices, but the spirit of fear is masquerading like the emotion of fear. Woo! Am I in the house tonight? Are y'all sharing this? Because somebody needs to hear it. Some of us have not figured out how to discern the difference between the spirit of fear that's an assassin and the emotion of fear that is an assistant. And so we disallow certain things in our lives because every time God sends resources and every time he sends people and every time he sends purpose and every time he gives us a platform and every time he allows us to have prosperity, we allow the spirit of fear to assassinate. We allow the spirit of fear to destroy our destiny. I keep saying this. We allow the spirit of fear to kill our confidence. We allow the spirit of fear to make us procrastinate on our purpose. We allow the spirit of fear to sabotage our success. We allow the spirit of fear to ruin relationships. Well, they're going to hurt me. I can just smell that they're going to, I can just tell they just want to take from me. Well, is it fear because there's an emotional fear that senses danger? Or is it just the spirit of fear that's reminding you about the last time somebody hurt you, the last time somebody took advantage of you, the last time you messed up, the last time you tried it and it didn't go your way? Is it an assistant or an assassin? Am I dropping the mic tonight? I hope this is helping you guys. And so we have to get to the place where we're able to discern the two. Is it an assistant or an assassin? Again, the emotion of fear is an assistant. It helps me stay guarded if in case there is a place where I got to fight or flight. The spirit of fear is an assassin, and it will cause you to freeze. Woo! Can I say that again? The emotion of fear girds you up in case you got to fight or you got to flight. But the spirit of fear is an emotion that will cause you to freeze. Huh? There were some situations in your life you say, I got to fight for this. And fighting doesn't mean fighting against it. Fighting may just mean I got to fight for my peace. I got to fight for my joy. I got to fight for my sanity. I got to fight for my purpose. I got to fight for my platform. I got to fight for what God's put in me. I got to fight for this relationship. I got to fight for my finances. I got to fight for my children. Huh? The spirit of fear tells you, listen, gird yourself up because you might have to fight. Or the emotion of fear says that this is a situation where you better take flight. You got to get out of the way. There were some places even in the Bible where mighty men of God said, oh, no, I got to run. I got to peace out. I got to get away from that situation. Everything you shouldn't stand up and fight. Some things we haven't matriculated past yet. Some things we aren't completely healed from. Some things we haven't become desensitized to yet. And it puts us in a place and it puts us in harm's way. And so there are some situations where we have to understand, wait a minute, I might have to flight. I might have to move. I might have to get out. I might have to go. And so the emotion of fear girds you up in case you need to fight or in case you need to take flight. But the spirit of fear is an assassin and it makes you freeze. When you freeze, you don't do anything. When you freeze, you're not going forward and you're not going backwards. When you freeze, you're just standing still. And so one more time, the mic drop for tonight is that the emotion of fear is an assistant. It helps you fight or take flight. But the spirit of fear is an assassin and it makes you freeze. Why haven't you walked in your purpose? Because I froze. Why haven't you got out there and did what you're called to do? Because I froze. Why won't you let that man love you? Because I froze. Why won't you let that sis link up with you and give you some resources? Because I froze. The spirit of fear is an assassin and it comes to put you in a place. Why haven't you gotten out of that bad relationship? Because I froze. The spirit of fear is telling me that on the other side of that, I'm not going to be successful. The spirit of fear is telling me that I'm not going to have anybody that's going to have my back if I get away from that relationship. The spirit of fear is telling me that I won't know what to do with myself if I launch out. The spirit of fear is telling me that I don't have the resources that it takes. So I'm just going to leech in and hold on to what's familiar instead of walking out there and launching out there into the deep. The spirit of fear is an assassin. Thank you guys that are saying I'm right down your alley. I'm trying to come right down your street and ring your doorbell tonight. But the emotion of fear assists you and it prepares you to be in a place where you either fight or you take flight. And so it is important for us to learn the difference between the two. Now, I'm going to drop another mic, and I know I'm dropping the mic. I'm all the way live tonight. I already know I'm already off the chain. So what happens with us when we get caught up in fear, the spirit of fear? We say to ourselves, wait a minute. The spirit of fear makes me think that if I get out there, I'm just going to die. My life is just going to go left. If I launch myself, oh my goodness, I'm just going to fall flat on my face. Or if I get out there and expose myself and walk into my purpose, I'm just going to flunk. Oh my goodness, I'm going to make a fool out of myself. The spirit of fear tells us, I won't be able to recover from this. If I allow myself to be vulnerable again, if I allow myself to walk in the purpose, if I allow myself to really take a chance on me, because we'll take chances on a whole bunch of jokers that don't bring anything but distrust to us, that doesn't bring anything but discord to us. But when it comes to ourselves, we're the ones that we won't take a chance on. Why is it that we will put our investment in the people that we don't know, that we'll put our investment in the people that don't sow back into us, that we'll put our investment in the people that we see are finicky and fake, that we'll put our investment into other people and push them into their purpose? But when it comes to us, we allow the spirit of fear to not let us take a chance on ourselves. Why is it that we'll bet on everybody but us? And so the emotion of fear is an assistant. I'm going to keep saying that till the cows come home. The emotion of fear is an assistant. It tells us, listen, either you got to fight for what you want, either you got to fight for what you believe in, either you got to fight on the things that you're trying to do, or you got to take flight. That's the wrong situation. The emotion of fear tells you, no, that's unhealthy. No, that's toxic. No, that's going to end in a mess. So you need to take flight. You need to give somebody the peace symbols and get out of there. You need to disconnect. The emotion of fear is an assistant. It tells you that's a situation that you need to cut off. That's a situation that you need to get rid of. That's a situation that screams danger, danger, danger. And so the emotion of fear assists you by telling you either put up your dukes or get your bags and get out the door. But the spirit of fear comes to assassinate your purpose, assassinate your promise, assassinate your prosperity, assassinate your platform, assassinate the person that you're becoming. And so let me drop the mic and say this. We fear failure, but few failures are fatal. You hear that? We fear failure, but few failures are fatal. Can somebody type that in? Few failures are fatal. Why do I know that? Because there's a scripture in the Word of God that says, because God is with me, I will not fail. Few failures are fatal. Yeah, I might mess up. Yeah, I might flunk out. Yeah, I might miss the mark on that. But few failures are fatal. Few. And we hold on to things and we allow the spirit of fear to assassinate us because we think that if we mess up, if we fall, if we fail, we're just going to die. But few failures are fatal. Listen, we think that failure is the end. The spirit of fear that is an assassin will allow us to think that failure is the end of the story for us. But you listen, if you were in church, I would tell you to slap your neighbor and say, neighbor, few failures are fatal. You hear me tonight? Few failures are fatal. And the spirit of fear, I said it at the beginning, and I'm going to keep dropping this mic every time I see somebody new come on. There is a difference between the emotion of fear, which is an assistant, and the spirit of fear, which is an assassin. The emotion of fear came to help you, and the spirit of fear came to kill you. And you better discern, is this an assistant or an assailant or an assassin? Did this thing come to assassinate my purpose, assassinate my character, assassinate my prosperity, or did it come to assist me into knowing when do I fight and when do I take flight? My brother, Pastor Lawrence Knighton, the great maker, is in the house. Welcome, sir. And so the spirit of fear tells us, don't do that because if you mess up, you're not going to bounce back. Don't get into that relationship because if it messes up, you won't recover from it. Don't go after your purpose because if they don't support you, they'll blacklist you. You'll never get back into that. Thank you, R. Carl Anderson. I appreciate it. The spirit of fear is an assassin and it will make you believe that if you step out there, everything's going to fall apart. But I'm here to tell you that few failures are fatal. That's right, Sonia, you might fall, but you'll get back up. And so the emotion of fear is an assistant and it tells you, hey, wait a minute. The emotion of fear says, be easy about investing all of that before you do your research. That's the emotion of fear. That's the caution. The emotion of fear is an assistant and it tells us things like, wait a minute, don't just throw your trust out there so quick. Hold on, because they haven't earned that from you yet. The emotion of fear tells you, wait a minute, you need to read between the lines. The emotion of fear says to you, hold on. Wait a minute. He talking a little too hard. She talking a little too slick. You need to be careful. You need to figure out if this is a situation you need to fight for or if this is a situation where you need to take flight. The emotion of fear is an assistant. The spirit of fear is an assailant. It tells you freeze. Don't fight, don't flight, just freeze. Just stay there and look like a deer caught in headlights. Don't do anything. The emotion, the spirit of fear is an assailant because it wants you still. It wants you stagnant. It wants you the same. And so what the spirit of fear does is it puts out worst case scenarios. Man, what if you go live and nobody watch? Man, what if you open up your shop and won't nobody come support it? Man, what if you launch this project and nobody really acts like they know you? Man, what if you do that and you lose your investment? That's what happens. And so thank you, Jennifer. And that's what happens. The spirit of fear comes to assassinate your purpose. It speaks in your mind and it tells you, you're not going to be able to bounce back from that. The spirit of fear is an assassin. Hey, Veronica. Hey, all of you all. Thank you and welcome for coming on. Make sure you guys are hitting the share button because I am all the way live tonight. It is on fire. I'm dropping mics. I'm dropping bombs tonight. So few failures are fatal. And the spirit of fear wants you to believe it wants you to not trust yourself. The spirit of fear, which is an assassin, wants you to believe that you don't have what it takes. The spirit of fear does not want you to use your discernment. The spirit of fear wants you to be distrustful of everybody. The spirit of fear will tell you, girl, you don't need any extra help. You got it all. The spirit of fear will cause you to compete with people that can complete you. The spirit of fear will cause you to stay isolated when you really need to be making connections. The spirit of fear will allow you to be walking around thinking that nobody wants you, nobody likes you, nobody listens to you, you don't have what anybody wants. The spirit of fear is an assassin, but the emotion of fear is an assistant. Which one are you listening to? The assistant or the assassin? I know I'm dropping the mic tonight. Who are you listening to? Are you listening to the assistant that's telling you some things you got to fight for? It's not going to come easy. The emotion of fear tells you, no, you got to work at this thing. The emotion of fear tells you, no, listen, you need to feel some kind of way because it is a possibility that you can fail, but greater is he that's on the inside of you. The emotion of fear says, hey, you either got to fight or you got to take flight. The emotion of fear prepares you for destiny. The emotion of fear makes sure that your heart is beating fast. Make sure that your eyes are dilated. The emotion of fear makes you ready. And it says, hey, listen, I'm an assistant. The emotion of fear is sometimes when the spirit comes and checks you and says, hey, something not right about that. Hey, don't leap too quick with that. The emotion of fear that sometimes is masqueraded by the spirit. The spirit of God will say, hey, that's something not quite right about that. The emotion of fear says, wait a minute, let me guard myself. That's the emotion of fear because I might have to fight or I might have to take flight. But the spirit of fear, the spirit of fear comes to assassinate you. The spirit of fear. And so few fears are fatal. And so we have to get to a place where we recognize. And can I just tell you something that we have to understand when it comes to fear? Because, it's always, again, not being able to differentiate between if this thing is the spirit of fear or the emotion of fear. But I'm here to tell you that the more there is to gain, the more there is to risk. Did you hear me? The more there is to gain, the more there is to risk. See, the spirit of fear, which is the assassin, tells you that if you risk it, you're going to die. But the spirit of fear says, yeah, you should feel some kind of way because the more there is to gain, the more there is to risk. Yeah, if you want true love, guess what? You got to risk being vulnerable. Yeah, if you want to be a millionaire, you got to risk putting some investments in the ground. Yes, if you want a platform, you got to risk the fact that when you first get out there, everybody might not listen to you. The more there is to gain, the more there is to risk. I hope I'm helping y'all tonight. And so we've got to get to the place where we're able to differentiate the difference between them. Why are we afraid to fail? Why is the spirit of failure so big in our lives? Because we try to act like, oh, child, I ain't afraid. No fear here. I'm just not walking in my purpose because it's not the right time. I'm just not walking in my purpose because I'm waiting for the Lord to send the right resources. We have resources that we haven't even tapped into, but we start using these excuses. And so we think that we're not operating in the spirit of fear. But how can I tell that I'm operating in the spirit of fear? Because failing makes you worry about what other people think about you. Yeah, I'm giving you some signs that let you know that the spirit of fear, the assassin, is trying to operate against you. If failing makes you worry about what other people are gonna think, that's the spirit of fear. That's the assassin that's operating with you. Well, I don't want to get out there because if I fail, if I flunk, if I mess up, what are the people going to say? Listen, the spirit of fear is an assassin. The emotion of fear is an assistant. And so the spirit of fear will say, girl, if you fail, boy, if you mess up, what are the people gonna say? And I often ask folks, the people, who is the people? Is that like a fan club? Do they have matching t-shirts? Who are the people? I'm so sick and tired of always hearing, well, you know, they said this and you know how they feel about, we don't want them to judge us. Who? I need names, addresses, emails, you know, what's their Facebook link? Who is they? What will they think? What will they say? The people. And so the spirit of fear, which is an assassin, will come and say, all right, you need to be worried about what they say. You need to be worried about the people. That lets you know that you're operating in the spirit of fear. It's coming to assassinate you. Another way to determine whether or not it's the emotion of fear, that's the assistant, or the spirit of fear, which is the assassin. If you're worried that people will lose interest in you, well, if I get out there and be great, here's they again. The people, you know, they're gonna stop fooling with me. Because can I tell you something? People love misery. People love it when you struggle. The people, since we're dealing with the people, the people love to see you struggle. Oh, baby, if you want a story to go viral, let it be something where people are struggling. Let it be something where you want the people to come around and see about you. Just put your issues out there. Act like you don't want to get anywhere. You're just trying to make it. You're in these bad relationships. You don't never have your money together. Everybody's against you. Honey, you're going to have a whole team of the people that's going to show up with you. Girl, I know everybody is a hater. Girl, I know they don't like you. They don't want you to be great. Girl, the people. That's an assassin. That's the spirit of fear that is allowing you to feel like this, allowing you to believe that the only way people will relate to you is in your misery, that the only way people will relate to you is in your failure, that the only way the people will relate to you is in your shortcoming. That's the spirit of fear that tries to assassinate you. But the emotion of fear, that is an assistant, will say, hey, wait a minute. I want you to be great, but don't put yourself out there without having your stuff together. I need you to make sure that you got your policies and your procedures and your structure and your strategies together. And can I just say, let me stop and take a plug. If you have not already booked a one-on-one session with me, there is a link in the subject line. You need to be booking this with me because I'm going to help walk you through your purpose and decide if it's the emotion of fear that's assisting you and telling you, hey, you can't do this by yourself. It's time for you to be great. Or the spirit of fear that's trying to assassinate you. So make sure that you guys are hitting that link. It's a couple of people that are on. As a matter of fact, 4, 5, 6, or 7 that have been in my courses, that have signed up for my courses, that have been in my one-on-one sessions. And they've told me personally that it's shifted their whole life. So if you have not already signed up for your one-on-one session with me, make sure you do. If you think tonight's live is off the chain, listen, you need to be in a one-on-one session. I am not playing with y'all. I'm trying to get y'all pushed into y'all purpose, getting y'all into y'all's platform, making sure that you allow the prosperity of God to come upon you. But you can't fix what you don't face. And so tonight we are differentiating between the emotion of fear that comes to assist us and the spirit of fear that comes to assassinate us. Look at somebody putting my link up already. Thank you so much. That's my link to book your session. If you have not booked a session with me, you need to make sure that you're booking your session with me. And so fear, what lets me know that I'm dealing with the spirit of fear? Because every time I am going to do something, something reminds me of the last time I failed. Something comes to remind me of the last time I messed up. Whether it's in relationships, girl, remember last time you trusted somebody? Boy, remember how she did you the last time you were so sweet to her? Hey, all right, remember the last time you tried to open up that business? Okay, do you see what has happened with that? And the spirit of fear, that's coming to assassinate you will put you into a place where you're saying, I failed last time, so I better not get out there. I failed last time, so let me not put all of my eggs in one basket. I failed last time, and last time I was in a relationship, they messed me up. But you better understand, and I'm going to keep saying that till the cows come home, the emotion of fear is an assistant. It will tell you, the emotion is there to trigger you, to tell you some things I got to fight for. I got to fight for my peace. I got to fight for my sanity. I got to fight for my marriage. I got to fight for my children. I got to fight for my ministry. I got to fight for my purpose. The emotion of fear also tells you when it's time to take flight. Disconnect. She's not for you. The emotion of fear says, listen, it's time to take flight. It's time to get out of that situation. It's time to get out of that relationship. It's time to get out of that job. It's time to get out of that place because there's danger happening. But the spirit of fear is an assassin. It's coming to make you freeze. Don't move. Don't go anywhere. Just stay stuck. And your destiny is running on, and it's coming to kill your confidence, and it's coming to make you procrastinate on your purpose, and it's coming to sabotage your success, and it's coming to destroy your destiny. And so you have to ask yourself when it comes to fear, are you here as an assistant or an assassin? Did you come to help me or hurt me? Because I need to know what I'm operating in. Some of us need to look at some people in our life. Are you an assistant or an assailant? Because are you coming to kill me or are you coming to help heal me? I need to understand what I'm working with. And so, how do we know that the spirit of fear is coming to assassinate our purpose? Well, if it allows you to keep getting distracted. If every time you go to do something and you know it's for you, all of a sudden you get sick. All of a sudden your children start acting a fool. All of a sudden your money starts acting funny. It's just all of a sudden hell opens itself up and makes it hard for you to walk into your purpose. The spirit of fear starts operating as an assassin when it sees you walking in your purpose. When it sees you working into that place and going into that place that's preordained for you. The spirit of fear starts saying, whoa, wait a minute. Here's something else you can do with your money. Wait a minute. Here's something else you should do with your time. Wait a minute. Don't connect with them. Don't link with them. Don't invite them. Don't invest in them. Don't sow. The spirit of fear comes to assassinate you. And notice, every time you get ready, you ever ask yourself, why is it every time that I finally make the decision that I'm going to be who I was called to be, that I'm going to launch out in the deep, that I'm going to show up in my authenticity, why in the world does everything fall apart? Why in the world is it acting a fool? Why in the world does it seem to blow up in my face? And then the assassin, the spirit of fear, starts whispering and says, girl, I tried to tell you, it's not your time. I told you. See, you might need to just step back. You might need to just wait, because this is not what you need to do. The spirit of fear is an assassin. And every time you start to make progress, every time you start to prosper, every time you start to get productive, every time you finally find your platform, the assassinator, which is the spirit of fear, starts to try to make things mess up. I got to distract her. I got to mess him up. I got to make him find another thing to do. So let me shake things up and let me make them think that God is sending them a sign. Well, that must be the minute turbulence comes. Some of y'all just let the spirit of fear make you just stop. Just freeze like a deer in headlights. That must be the Lord telling me not to do it. Or is it the assassinator, the spirit of fear? How do you know if you're operating in the emotion of fear or the spirit of fear? I just told you that one came to assist you and one came to assassinate you. Well, is it moving you towards your purpose? Because the emotion of fear says, do it afraid. You might be scared, but still do it. Your voice might shake, but still say it. Your feet might tremble, but still keep walking. Your heart might be fast, but keep pressing towards the mark. You might feel alone, but you got a purpose in you. And even though the emotion of fear is saying, listen, I got you. If you need to fight, I got you. If you need to run, I got you. The emotion of fear will still push you towards your purpose, but the spirit of fear will assassinate you and get you away from your purpose. Some of you all can use that in relationships. How can I differentiate between somebody that is here in my life or as an assistant or an assassin? Well, here is the same plan. You look at that person and you say, are they assisting me into walking into my purpose? Are they pushing me to be the best person that I can be? Are they helping me walk towards my platform? Are they checking me and causing me not to punk out on my goals and dreams? Are they checking me when I'm in these detrimental, toxic relationships? Are they assisting me? Because can I tell you, not all assistance feels good. Sometimes we think that assistants only are there to make us feel good and stroke our ego and make us think that everything is going to be okay. But a real assistant will tell you, you need to do better about getting there on time. You need to do better about following up with people. You need to be better about communicating. A real assistant will push you even when it doesn't feel good. And so sometimes that's why the emotion of fear makes our heart beat fast. The emotion of fear gets our blood pumping. The emotion of fear gets us into a place where we feel some kind of way. Well, sometimes when people come into our lives to assist us, baby, they don't all the time make us feel good. They don't all the time stroke our ego. When they push us into our purpose, when they assist us to our platform, sometimes they get us into a place of being uncomfortable. Sometimes they get us into a place where they say, no, this not going to feel good, but I want you to be great. No, this ain't going to feel good, but I want you to be in your purpose. That's an assistant. A real assistant says, this might hurt you, but it's going to help you. This might not make you feel good, but it's going to make you look better. This might not sound good to hear, but I promise you, if you listen at me, if you watch me work with you, I will push you toward purpose. And so we have to differentiate. Did it come to assist? Because there are some indications that it comes to assist. Every time I'm around them, even if they get on my nerve, even if I'm tired of them pushing me, I see myself progressing. I see myself closer to purpose. I see myself getting better. I see myself transitioning. I see myself evolving. But on the other hand, baby, those assassins, and sometimes those assassins are around us because they're familiar. Oh, I'm all off the script tonight, but I know that I am dropping the mic. Sometimes it's those assassins that are closer to us because they know our vulnerability. They know our weak points. See, those assassins, let me tell you something about assassin. You ever notice when you research assassins or when you watch a movie about an assassin, what they are very skilled people. Baby, assassins don't walk right up on you and shoot you in the head. No, assassins, they go hide. They're way across the street and they have a gun with a laser that's directed right to the point where they want to make impact. See, sometimes it's those assassins that have been up on us. They know our vulnerabilities. They know where we're weak. They know where we have some issues. They know where we still don't quite have it together. They know where we're open at. And so what they do is they throw rocks and they hide their hands. What they know how to do is get themselves in a position where they say little things and it sounds like it's a push, but it's really a prick. Oh, do you hear me? It sounds like they pushing you, but they really getting a needle and they pricking at your purpose and they pricking at your destiny and they pricking at your self-esteem and they pricking at your ego and they're trying to bring you down. And so you have to ask yourself, wait a minute. Is this an assistant or an assassin? And you have to use the spirit of discernment because fear, the emotion of fear makes you ready to fight or take flight. But the spirit of fear is an assassin and it makes you feel like you're gonna die. It makes you feel that there is no purpose. It makes you feel like there is no hope. It makes you feel like you can't keep going. It makes you feel like you are not going to make it. And so you get to the point where you start discerning. Oh, I need to discern. Am I operating in the spirit of fear, which is an assassin, or am I operating in the emotion of fear, which is an assistant for me? And so you got to start checking everybody in your life. Are you an assailant? Are you an assassin or an assistant? Huh? Are you a midwife or a murderer? Baby, I just need to know. I'm flowing. Did you come to help me birth my baby, or did you come to kill my baby as soon as I deliver? Are you a midwife or a murderer? Huh? Did you come to assist me, or did you come to assassinate me? And so a lot of times fear keeps us stagnant because we don't want to open our eyes to the truth. Huh? I just told you, how in the world do you differentiate between somebody that's coming to assist and somebody that's coming to assassin? Are they pushing you towards purpose? Maybe they talk hard, but they pushing you toward purpose. Maybe they get on your nerve, but they pushing you towards purpose. Maybe they don't always say what you want to hear, but they pushing you toward purpose. Maybe they checking you and they make you check yourself, but they're pushing you towards purpose. And so you have to get to a place where you understand that the emotion of fear is an assistant, but the spirit of fear is an assassin. The emotion of fear will always assist you to be greater. It will tell you, listen, I'm just coming to make sure that you dotted all your I's and crossed all your T's. The emotion of fear just says, listen, I want you to be ready in case something comes at you that you don't know how to fight. The emotion of fear tells you, I just want you to know how to guard yourself. I just want you to be on ready. I just want you to be strapped just in case something comes sideways. The emotion of fear lets you understand that there are some things that you're going to have to fight for. The emotion of fear tells you, wait a minute, everybody won't support you, so you might better learn how to support yourself. The emotion of fear says, yeah, people might walk away. Yeah, people might get in their feelings because you're progressing. Yeah, you might lose some people because you're walking into the person that you're becoming. And so the emotion of fear says, you need to get ready to check yourself. You need to get ready, and I'm assisting you on how to equip yourself. But the spirit of fear is an assassin, and it comes to tell you that you're going to be rejected, and it comes to tell you that you're going to be isolated, and it comes to tell you that you're going to be exploited, and it comes to tell you that you're going to be judged, and it comes to tell you that everybody is going to pick at you and that they want you to fail. But God has not given you the spirit of fear. I hope I'm helping y'all. I'm all the way live tonight. And so you ask yourself, is this an assistant or an assailant? Because no matter what happens, assistants push me into purpose, and assailants will always come to kill it. And so you got to look around and say to yourself, baby, are you a midwife or a murderer? Are you coming to birth my baby? Or as soon as you see the head crown and you're coming to murder it, you're coming to kill it? There are some people in your life that are only staying long enough for you to crown. They need to see that baby crown. They need to know if this thing is really going to happen, because if it is, now I got to get to work killing it. Now let me kill your confidence. Now let me be the confidence killer. Let me be the procrastinator of your purpose. Now let me be the destroyer of your destiny. Now let me be the sabotager of your success. And so some people, you think they come as midwives, or you think the situation comes as midwives to make sure that you're birthing into destiny, but they really come into murder. And so you have to use the spirit of discernment. Purpose is on the line here, and the emotion of fear will push you into it, while the spirit of fear will assassinate and annihilate your destiny. And so as I close, I have to tell you, listen, we all know it, and I've been saying it, 2 Timothy 1:7, for God has not given us the spirit of fear. But guess what? How do I combat the spirit of fear if it's an assassin? Well, he gave you the tools. Power. Why do we need power? Power is for strength. We need strength. He gave us power because the spirit of fear, which is an assassin, will wear you down. You keep hearing bad things in your mind long enough, you'll start to believe it. People keep telling you you're not going to make it. You'll start buying into that. They stop supporting you and they walk away. Pretty soon you'll just say, listen, throw the whole purpose away. I don't want any of it. And so he gives you power because you need strength, because you need tenacity, because you need to be rejuvenated, because every day you're not going to feel like getting up and getting on it, because every day you're not going to feel like yourself. You're not going to feel joy, and you're not going to feel the push. And so he gives you power. The next thing he equips you with to fight the assassin, which is the spirit of fear, he gives you love. Love is for passion. You ever notice that when it's time for your purpose, you have a passion for what you do. You wake up thinking about it. You go to bed thinking about it. You're coming up with ideas. How can I do this? How can I help? How can I be greater? How can I walk into this? So he gives you a love for people. He gives you compassion, and he gives you passion. That's a tool to fight the spirit of fear. And last but not least, the greatest weapon of all, he gives you a sound mind. Why does he give you a sound mind? Because the spirit of fear comes to assassinate your mind. Why do you think the Bible says, and be transformed by the renewing of your mind? Because he knew that when it came time for you to walk into purpose, the spirit of fear would try to assassinate your thoughts. The spirit of fear will try to assassinate your relationships. The spirit of fear will cause you to sabotage your own success. And so he says, let me give you a tool. Let me give you some
some resources. Let me give you a weapon. And one of your weapons is your sound mind. Might I offer to you tonight that one of the reasons why you're operating in the spirit of fear is because you won't settle your mind? Because you won't protect your peace, because you have everybody talking in your ear, because you have toxicity all around your purpose, because here you are trying to give birth in an unsterile environment. Woo, I'm dropping the mic. Here you are, and you're holding and you're birthing purpose, and you're getting ready to let your baby out into an environment that is not sterile. And so why does he have to give us a sound mind? Because he needs us to be able to discern, because he needs us to be able to show and tell, wait a minute, something's not right about that, because he needs us to be able to make wise decisions. So why does he give us not the spirit of fear, but he gives us power for strength. He gives us love for passion, and he gives us the soundness of mind so that we can have clarity. And so as I end this mic drop, and I know it's hot tonight, and I appreciate all of you guys. Again, before I give you this last thing, make sure if you have not already booked your one-on-one session with me. Listen, we deal with everything in my one-on-one empowerment sessions, from walking into your purpose, for waking up your destiny, for giving you the tools to market your strategy and walk into your success. So if you haven't already, the link is in the comments. Somebody put it in the comments. It's also in the description of this live. So at the end, let me leave you with this. Some people use this as a doxology. Some people use this because it's a scripture, but I'm here to tell you that it's one of those things that I use when I'm dealing with the assassin, which is the spirit of fear. And it's in the book of Jude, and I want to think it's around verse 24 or 25. It says, "Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling." See, that assassinates the spirit of fear right there. The spirit of fear that wants you to be stagnant and still and the same, and that wants to destroy your destiny and sabotage your success and kill your confidence. The scripture says, "Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling." Why can I overcome the spirit of fear? Because now I'm going to give to him my purpose. I'm going to give to him my passion. I'm going to give to him the desires of my heart. I'm going to give to him the fruit of my hands. I'm going to give to him that thing that's in my heart. And so now unto him that is able to keep me from falling. Baby, I don't even have to finish that out, because now unto him that's going to hold me up until I'm able to complete it. There's a scripture in the Bible that says he that is able to he completes the work. He that began the good work, he's able to perform it and complete it. And so now unto him, and here's another now unto him, that is able to do exceeding and abundantly above all I can ask, think, or imagine, according to the power that works in me. Listen, if we were in church, I would tell you, look at your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, activate your power." You want to combat the spirit of fear? You want to beat the assassin of fear in your life? Well, listen, activate your power, because now unto him that is able to do exceeding and abundantly above all I can ask, think, or imagine, according to the power that worketh on the inside of me. And on that note, and speaking of power, I'm Elisa LaShell, the empowerment specialist. This has been another segment of Mic Drop Monday. Listen, make sure you guys let me know that you're enjoying Mic Drop Mondays. If you put it in the comments, post it on my page, send me a message. Listen, share it with a message on it. And I am so appreciative of all of you guys that always watch with me every single Monday night. Thank you all so much. I do not take it for granted. Join me every single Monday for Mic Drop Monday as I come up with whatever the Lord leads me in. Thank you all so much again. The link is out there. I see so many people putting it in the comments. Book your session with me so that you can activate your power and walk into your greatness. Thank you guys so much, and good night.